Hey guys, Noob here, and I had done a previous video with me messing around with a video game generator, and I decided to do the video game generator challenge. If this is something that already exists, I have no clue, but basically I took 5 of the generated names and then created basically edited images to represent these games. Now, I don't use Photoshop or Adobe or anything like that. These were just done in Paint program. Any of the clip art, background pictures, anything like that are not things I own. They're just things I found on the internet. So, I'm not trying to say that it's my any of the images that were used are my creation, except for the final product ones that I created from the originals, so I don't really know how, legalities work there. But first game that we had was the Fancy Cricket Dash. So we have our cricket here. His name is Petty Officer Marvin Addycock Underhill. Very fancy cricket, top hat, monocle, the works. And this is your typical run or dash game. So level 1 here, very plain, very simple, no big deal. Level 2, a little bit more advanced. I'm guessing there's probably like a dog that might come out and try to catch you as you get to the goal. You're not really trying to go inside this doghouse, kind of going past it. You're supposed to run across the screen. Level 3 though, that one there you have to jump over stuff, run across the top of the skateboard, jump over the basketball, go past the basketball hoop, avoid the water droplets, you name it. So, if that's just level 3, this game could get quite complex. Alright, the second game that we generated was Fluffy Spatula Operation, which I don't know exactly what was supposed to happen with this. But we have our Dr. Hemlock Darling, who is a psychotic spatula doctor. Literally, he is a spatula. He operates on this weird species of fluffy cloud people. So, yeah, as you can see in this picture, the fluffy cloud people are not very healthy right now, and I'm not too sure he should be too trusted. This is probably a game that could get a little gross, a little gory. You see the blood detailing on his scalp spatula, so it might be something you would find more in Adult Swim or something or Newgrounds or something of that sort. And then we had the Fatal Hobo 3D. Now, let me explain to you what this is. Your character, the Hobo, is very 2D, but he put on these 3D glasses one day, went from this stick figure world, and now is in this crazy 3D world. There is a combat system. This is kind of like point-and-click adventure sort of style, but maybe a little bit more because you do kind of walk around. And so here you see a screenshot from one of the areas you go into. You basically have to go raid homes and stuff like that. As you can see, he has, I don't know what they're called. His little hobo stick bag. What are they called? Anyways, he has this little pouch there. So there is an inventory system going on. You see him there with his 3D glasses on and all that good stuff. And you can loot the area. It has a very interesting combat system. It goes into a 3D mode. And something I really want to give this game some credit on is it has a lot of different art styles all kind of implemented in one game, because it's almost like he's crossing over dimensions in a way. But it kind of goes into this first person fighting style, and it's kind of blurred out with the reds and blues from his vision through these glasses. And then here you see another world later on. It's kind of like this happy, alienish sort of world, or fantasy forest. I'm not really sure what it's, but he's just, doing his thing, whistling along. Oh, goodness. And there's been talk that it's supposed to, make a Doctor Who reference at some point in time. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too sure. It's not really been determined if he is, a Time Lord or anything like that. But, it looks like it could be a pretty fun game, especially, if the controls work out well. Then we have Drunken Ostrich House. Now, this is more like a Flash game. There are different levels. It's kind of like a kind of puzzle sort of game. You have to kind of do or put the house together quickly. Essentially, through the levels, it starts off, with having very simple design. But you have these ostriches that are running towards the house. That if they get to the house, they'll kind of destroy it. So you'll have to kind of, as you're dragging, click and dragging the pieces together, it'll snap into place. But you have to also click and kind of swat the ostriches away. I don't know. This might be a good tablet game. The name, of course, it's kind of more it's just all freaked out, and sometimes you can get stuff to click in weird spots. So it's not the easiest to control at this point in time. It's still in early development, so I guess they just decided it was a fitting name. But you have some more advanced, you add a few more windows and stuff. And there's even speculation that you can do some things like this in some of the later episodes. I mean, that's some pretty intense stuff. I don't know how many pieces that is. So, it's pretty much a jigsaw puzzle game while doing kind of like a tower defense, or not really a tower defense, but kind of a keep away sort of thing going on. And then finally, the last game we had was Return of Mind Control Kid. Now, when I say Mind Control Kid, I don't mean he's controlling other people's minds. I mean, I'm sure he does, but it's more like he can control his own mind. He can do whatever the heck he wants. He's like a super psychic kid. And he has, so this is a sequel. It's unconfirmed if they've made the actual prequel, or if it's going to be kind of one of those return of, and then they're going to make the prequel. Things do weird things, But it says previously, and you see baby Mind Control Kid, and he is thinking really hard about that toast flying up in the air, and he lifts the top layer off of that sandwich, like that, and that's me snapping, trying to say like that. Okay, so yeah, he and it's like ta-da! But then he gets older, much more maniacal and sadistic, and there's the returning of him on the right hand side there. So yeah, I don't know if he's the villain of the game. I mean, it's a very early development, but so I don't really know if you're supposed to be super destructive in this game, or if it's just kind of one of those things where you are actually trying to prevent. Maybe you're his parents. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, that's kind of what he did. So, hope you guys enjoyed some of these different little scenarios. You can find video game name generators online on several different sites, and they're a little. These here were kind of little half-hour projects and stuff like that. I'm not too sure if they're going to be. There we go. they may not be the greatest or anything like that, but please leave a like or comment down below. Let me know which one of the 5 was your favorite. And let me know if one of these were to actually be turned into a game. Not that I'm saying they ever would be, but if they were, which one would you play based on the brief description I have given you? Thanks so much for watching, guys, and thanks for listening to my randomness, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.